I just wanted to think about another challenge that autistic people face. Often people say that autistic people have problems with communication. I want to talk about receiving information and interpreting that. Let's give an example in a workplace. If someone in a workplace says to an autistic person, this really needs to get done, and they're looking at the person like that and tapping their hand on the desk, this really needs to get done. Basically, the autistic person is able to interpret what was said, and also you can also look at the body language and go, well, they're tapping their hand on the desk and going, this needs to be done. And that's correct. And I'm versed enough in neurotypical language to understand that that probably means that that person wants you to do that job. But when someone has autism and they've not received the right support, or haven't necessarily received the support that they might need in that environment, they might interpret it as the work does need to be done, but are they asking me specifically to do it? Do they want someone else to do it? Will they do it? Does it have to be done today? Will it just happen in a few days if we don't do it today? They don't interpret once they see the autistic person kind of sees a probability distribution of the different options that this person could have meant. And very often the autistic person will use their intelligence and say, well, piecing all this info together, it's almost certain that they want me to just do this job. But this kind of communication can happen in a lot of other ways at work, in more subtle ways. And it's not that the autistic person doesn't realise that what the neurotypical person wants them to do is one of the potential interpretations of what they said. But it's just that the autistic person might see a few different options of what they might have meant, and they don't know which one to choose. They kind of see a probability distribution. And I think that as you get better with time, you can get very good as an autistic person at knowing what they mean. And this doesn't affect me anymore because I've kind of learned the language myself. But I think this problem often means that autistic people are misunderstood, and they're seen as not understanding what the other person says, when in reality they've actually seen multiple interpretations of what they could have meant. And this vague style of communication actually even does break down eventually with neurotypicals. It works maybe 80% of the time, 90% of the time, I'm not sure of the exact percent, but there will be times where even two neurotypicals are communicating and they misinterpret each other. And I think the autistic person struggles with the uncertainty of seeing that probability distribution of the different possibilities of what the other person could have meant, and having to kind of decide, like a multiple choice Who Wants to Be a Millionaire quiz, which one that person meant. And this leads into how can we best support people with autism. I'd say using very clear communication, closed communication loops, empathy and self-compassion, and realizing that just because they saw multiple interpretations of what you said doesn't mean they don't understand what you said. They just want to have full clarity of what you meant. I hope this helps.